Oh, okay.
Hey everybody! I am so excited to be here today to teach you all how to monetize your Instagram account without using any paid ads. Now, this is my very first time doing an Instagram live, a YouTube live, and I'm really excited to be here with you guys. I've never done this before, and I want you guys to know that I am here to teach you everything you know. This is an Instagram strategy party. This is for people who have a business or have a passion, and you really want to use Instagram to make more money. Now, you're in the right place because today I am going to be hosting an Instagram party, but this is a strategy party. So you want to be here because I'm going to teach you all the things that you need to know about setting up your Instagram account for success. I'm going to teach you how to grow your Instagram account and how to create the right content that really helps you sell the products or the services that you have. And how to actually make money on Instagram, because we're not here for kicks and giggles, right, you guys? We're here to make money. And I want you guys to stick around to the very end because I'm going to be telling you a lot of mistakes that I see so many people making over and over again. And I don't want any of you guys to be making these mistakes. Now, I just want to do a quick housekeeping with you guys. Is the audio good? Can you let me know in the chat if the audio is good? I have two cameras going on right here, so I'm going to look over here. Everything's good? You guys can see me? Awesome. You guys, this is fun. I see all the live comments over here, but I'm talking to the camera over here. Okay, so welcome to the Instagram party. This is a strategy party with a lot of fun, and I had put on my crafting hat to get all this ready for you guys, but I wanted to make sure that first and foremost, you guys give me a thumbs up. I want to know that you're here. Subscribe to the channel. And I really just want to thank you guys for being here. And I want to know, what do you guys do? Tell me in the comments right here below, what do you do? Are you a dog walker? Do you teach health and wellness? Are you an artist? Or maybe you're a real estate agent, or maybe you're a photographer. Here's why I want you to tell me. It's not just for me, it's for everyone else that's tuning in live and watching on the replay. We can all connect with each other so much more intimately when we let people know what we do. And this is something I teach. It's your job to tell people what you do. It's not their job to figure it out. So if you're watching, don't be a lurker, don't be multitasking, be present on this broadcast because you're going to walk away with so much. And of course, because this is an Instagram party, I've got a present. I've got a giveaway. It's going to be great, you guys. So let me tell you what this is. And this is how it works. Every single time that you comment, you have an opportunity to win this amazing Instagram strategy party giveaway. Every time. So the more you comment, the more chances you have in winning. Let me tell you what's in here, you guys. So this is my favorite mount, my Archon mount that I take with me wherever I travel, and I travel a lot, because you can attach this to anything. I also have a selfie light, which is amazing. I keep this in my purse when I travel as well. I am all about hydrating, you guys. So we have a water bottle in here. It's a cute one filled with confetti. You definitely want to win this to stay hydrated. And one of my favorite sayings, progress not perfection, from May Design. We've got a notebook for you and a special Instagram pen for all of you guys that need help when you're using the writing tool so that you can get those fine lines that you want. And then this is my favorite thing in the whole gift basket, you guys. These are hand warmers because we all like to be Instagramming here in the East Coast where it's very cold all the time. We want our fingers, right? So these hand warmers from my retail store, Scooby-Doo, the one I used to have, is in the gift basket too. So all you need to do is just comment as I'm talking and you will have more and more chances to win. Sound good? Okay. So now I want to talk to you about 4 things that are really important I want you guys to write these down, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to visit each of them. These are the 4 things that you really need to understand in order to have great success and sell your products or services on Instagram. The first one is you need to focus on impressing someone as soon as they land on your account. That's number 1. Number 2 is you want to create, content that is so compelling that it's worth following, right? Number 3 is to make yourself discoverable. And there are so many ways I'm going to talk to you about this today. And then finally, number 4, we're going to talk about what to do to get that conversion, to make that sale. Sound good? You guys excited? Okay, let me know in the comments which one of these 4 topics you're most excited about learning today. The more you comment, the more you're likely to win this Instaparty giveaway. And it's really good, you guys. Okay, so when I talk about focusing on impressing someone, when someone lands on your Instagram account, is it obvious what you do as soon as they land there? Because honestly, you have about 3 to 6 seconds to make an impression. And by making an impression, some of the things that you can do to stand apart and make that impression is to have a professional presence, to have a professional avatar. I did a post recently on Instagram talking all about that avatar and ways that you can stand out from your competition. But some ways to think about are having a solid background behind you, maybe holding a prop that's relevant to your business. So say that you're a landscaper and you can hold a spade in your hand, or you teach health and wellness, you're a fitness coach, you can hold a weight in your hand. Something in the avatar that's really different, because these photos that are just like LinkedIn photos on Instagram, it doesn't cut it. You want to have a sense of intrigue in your avatar. Even just the way that you position your eyes and that you look up can make it really interesting. So number 1 is to have a great avatar, a professional avatar. Number 2 is to make sure that your username makes sense, that people will remember it. Often I see usernames that have so many numbers in them because they couldn't get their name, but there's so many workarounds that you can do for your username if you're stuck. Let me know in the comments if you're stuck. I'm definitely going to go back and look at all these comments, and I know that my team is with me answering and helping you guys out as well, but I want to make sure that you have your username set up for success, okay? We're going to talk about discoverability in a little bit and how you can maximize that in your bio. But the third thing I want you guys to think about is your bio itself. Are you clearly stating who you want to serve by the way that you show up? So this is where you say who you are, what you do, and maybe something a little unique and special about you that sets you apart from everyone else that does what you do. So what you need to remember is, can people quickly see what you do? Because if you're selling something, you want it to be really obvious what your services or your products are, right? And do you appear professional? Is that photo in your bio, your avatar, professional? And if not, I suggest that you invest in a professional photo. So number 1 is to focus on the impression that you make as soon as someone lands on your account. Okay? You guys ready for number 2? Number 2, you want to create content that is actually worth following. So does the content that you're sharing make sense for someone to want to come back and get more? Are you sharing tips? Are you the go-to resource in your niche, in the service that you offer? Are you providing value that's different than what someone can find on Google, right? So your content really needs to show what it feels like to purchase from you, or to have your services, or to work with you, whether it's your products or your services. So your feed should really represent the sense of what the person you're trying to attract to do business with is interested in, not what you're interested in posting. Not that you just spoke at an event and you're just talking about the event that you spoke at. Talk about you spoke at the event and here's what I spoke about. Tell me what you spoke about so I can learn something new. Hooray for you for speaking at the event, right? So make sure that you're sharing content consistently. You know, a lot of people don't show up consistently, and when you don't show up consistently, well, you're not staying top of mind. So you need to commit to Instagram if you're going to go all in and make money this holiday season. And in order to do that, you need to consistently show up. Now, if you're posting multiple times a day, that could often turn people off and they might unfollow you. So what consistency looks like for you might be different from me. I show up probably on average 5 to 6 times a week. But do show up with really compelling content that your ideal audience would want to learn from you, right? Okay, number 3, make yourself discoverable so that you get more followers. I know you all want more followers. Every day you tell me in the DM, you want more followers. How do I get more followers? Well, are you putting in the subtitle of your bio the keywords of what you do? Do you know that this is the number one mistake that I see people making is they don't put their profession in the keyword. Or if they're a location-based business, they're not putting the location of where they do business. You absolutely want to make sure that the keyword is in your subtitle because the subtitle can be different than your username. And a lot of people get this confused. Okay, so make sure that you're showing up to make yourself get discovered in your bio. And what are you doing every day to help people find you? Are you engaging in content that's relevant to who you're trying to attract? Instagram is not just about posting and dashing. It's about actively engaging in the comment threads, just like you guys are right now on YouTube. You're all here, you're showing up, you're attracted to a common interest, and you're engaging, and you're essentially part of this community, my community, and I'm so appreciative for you guys. But the same thing is true on Instagram. So are you actively engaging? Are you actively showing up in the 4 neighborhoods of Instagram? And those of you that follow me or have heard me speak on stage know that I talk about the different neighborhoods. Are you showing up in the feed consistently? Are you showing up in Instagram stories? Because when you show up in Instagram stories, you have a greater chance at getting discovered by other people. Yeah, people get suggested to your stories based on their actions on Instagram, on the people that they follow. So if you're not doing Instagram stories, you're not showing up in the Explore tab. So are you posting in your feed regularly? Are you doing Instagram stories? Are you doing Instagram lives? Are you doing IGTV? These are all opportunities for you to amplify, promote, and broadcast what you do. All 4 neighborhoods. Now, I know a lot of people can't show up in all 4 neighborhoods all the time, but you can have a strategy that works for your business to get more eyeballs on your content, because the truth is, you guys, people are hanging out in different neighborhoods at different times. And from surveying my audience, I know that people love hanging out in Instagram stories. Let me know in the comments where you're actively hanging out and consuming content as of right now today. Is it in the feed? Is it in Instagram stories? Is it in IGTV? Or is it in Instagram Live? I want to know where you like to consume your content. Okay, I'm going to give you an example really quickly, and then we're going to move on to the 4th point that I want to make for all of you guys, how you can make more money on Instagram. Okay, the 4th one, this point, it happened to me last week. I was speaking in LA, and I needed to get my makeup done. I was speaking on stage, and I didn't have my makeup artist with me, so I searched on Instagram in the Explore tab, LA makeup. And about 5 accounts popped up. I sent an Instagram direct message, one-to-one conversation with each makeup artist. And I spoke to 2 of them on the phone. And I really liked one of their personalities, Julie. And I hired Julie to come to meet me at the hotel. She made $100 because she had her account set up for success. And I want this to be you. I want you all to have all these key elements done correctly in your account so that you can be set up to make more money on Instagram. Okay, So the fourth thing that you need to do to monetize your Instagram account is to ask. Ask for the conversion. Call to action, CTA. You need to tell people exactly what you want them to do. It is not their job to figure out what you want them to do. And you need to say it in a very simple way, as if you're talking to a 10-year-old. Swipe up to join my Instagram party. Link in bio for more information. Send me an Instagram direct message if you're interested in my offer. So make sure that if you're trying to sell something, that it doesn't sound too salesy, but you position it like this. If you're interested in buying arm tights from Spanx this holiday season, send me a DM and I'll tell you exactly how you can get them without being salesy. Does it sound good? Now, I have great news for you guys. Okay, I have great news for you guys because we are going to be releasing 2 new videos all about shoppable links on this channel. And if you, let me see, where's the bell? If you ring the bell, you will get a notification when we drop those videos. It's all about how to create shoppable posts on your Instagram feed so you can sell directly from your post. And I'm going to teach you how to set up those shoppable posts. You definitely want to get the notification when those drop because the holiday season is coming and you really want to make more money, right? Now, something else I want to say quickly about your Instagram account and if you're selling products and how you can show up for that conversion is to essentially show people what your product, if you're selling a physical product, would look like in person. They need to experience what that feels like and looks like. So if you're an artist and you're taking me into your gallery and you're showing me behind the scenes and you're showing me your studio, show me the final product on the wall. A great account to follow if you're an artist is Teal Art, Teilat. So if you can work through these 4 steps and focus on the areas that you're really going to get results, you'll be golden. However, like I said earlier, there are several mistakes that I often see people making that I don't want you to make. Now, I want to remind all of you, I love how active the comments are right now. I want to remind all of you, you rang my bell, I'm looking over here, that you definitely want to be commenting so that you can win this swag, this Instagram party swag box. It's not a bag, it's a box of goods. All of my favorite Instagram supplies that I use to help me just bring Instagram wherever I need to go and be creatively successful, whether it's my hand gloves or I'm hydrating because, let's just take a sip of water from my Instagram cup for a second. Cheers, you guys, and thanks so much for being here. And if you're watching on the replay, I so appreciate you tuning in as well. Okay, so let's go into these mistakes because I don't want you to make them. The first one I talked about a little bit already. There are 10. You guys have your pens? I know you're going to want to win this Progress Not Perfection May notebook to write this down in next time. But grab your pen and write these down. Number 1, there's no keywords in your bio. And most importantly, 9 out of 10 people do not have a subtitle in their bio. So, after you've changed up your bio, tag me. I want to come and look at it and make sure that you got this right, you guys, okay? The other thing is that I often see is that people have random hashtags in their bio. Here's the thing about random hashtags. If you put a random popular hashtag in your bio, and I often see people have several, people tap in, they bounce off your Instagram account. You don't want to have a random hashtag. You can have a community-based hashtag like I do, hashtag RSG community for my Ready, Set, Gram community, right? You can have a community hashtag or an event hashtag, but random hashtags actually take people off your account. And number 3 is I see too many hashtags in your bio. And then I'm confused. I don't even know which one represents you. And then when I tap into that hashtag hub, the content that I'm looking at has nothing to do with your business. Okay? The fourth mistake I frequently see is that people that are in business leave their account on private. It's like shutting the door to your store. So if you're here for business, take it off of private and do business, okay? The other mistake I see so many people make on Instagram is you have random quotes. I've got a lot of quotes on my shelf here. But you have random quotes that have from random people all over the world. Maybe it's Bill Gates, maybe it's Steve Jobs, maybe it's Brene Brown, Oprah, you name it. I've seen them. They're not your quotes, and you're showing them with different type styles in different ways, and they're not branded. So I challenge you to use a free app like Canva or PicMonkey and create your own branded quotes so that the look and feel of your feed feels like you. And more importantly, the people that would want to follow you. So think about your brand colors, think about your aesthetics, and start with that. But random quotes get you random results, okay? Another mistake I see so many people make is that they still post photos that are grainy. The quality is not up to snuff. Everyone on Instagram really loves looking at spectacular photos. And here's a little ninja tip for you guys. You can adjust your photo setting right in the Instagram app by just bumping up the brightness and tapping on the saturation. But if you do that, take notes in a cute notebook of what you did, so the next time you do that to a photo, it's the consistent filter. And that's the key word here. You want to consistently show up in a way that makes you memorable. So make sure that you're not posting any images that aren't visually appealing and do not have visual consistency. Okay. The next mistake I see so many people make, and I touched on this a little earlier, is that the content that you're posting is about you. As much as I love you, I don't really care that you just were on vacation. But if you told me a tip about packing for that vacation and you're a travel agent, I want to know. I want to know how you fit all that shit into your suitcase and didn't have to bring check a bag. If you're gone for 2 weeks, like how the heck do you do that? So make sure every post, not just the photo is fabulous, but the content, the description, you have 2,200 characters if you want them, gives value, additional value. Does it entertain? Does it inspire? Does it educate? Is it a resource that I would want to save and tap on the save icon under the photo and save it to a category? Because that, my friends, is how you get more engagement, when you get more people saving your content. So be a good resource and make it more about what your followers would want to know about your products or services and not what you want to share. Okay, another mistake that I see so many people making, but you're not going to make, right? You're not going to make them. Let me know in the comments if you're digging these mistakes and telling me, did I call any of you guys out on any of these mistakes? You have too many hashtags that are mixed up in the description of your post. So you have this post that I would read, or someone would read, but I can't read it because there's so many hashtags and I can't even follow the conversation because the layout of the post is just too convoluted. So you want people to read that post that you're crafting to create additional value, and you want to make sure that the hashtags do not distract from the actual call to action that you want people to make that purchase, right? So keep the hashtags out of the description. My preference is to use spacers and keep them away from the description. Some people use them in the first comment below, and we have YouTube videos talking all about hashtags if you guys want to go back and watch those. Okay, I want to know from each one of you that's tuning in live right now. Right now, let me know. It's my party. I can be the Boston boss. Let me know, what is your biggest struggle right now on Instagram? Is there something that I mentioned just now or something that you want to tell me about? Tell me in the comments, because I am definitely going to come back. If I don't answer them here on this live broadcast, I'm going to come back and answer them. Okay? So let me know. All right. I am loving over here. Patricia says, just did the too many hashtags, and I knew I would, but too lazy to. Jerry D says, I only have 8 mistakes. Finding enough time to engage, says Brenda. Oh my gosh, this is flying by. Visual layout, biggest struggle. You guys are awesome. I love that you're on fire here. Wait a minute, you guys. Have a macaroon on me. Macaroons on Instagram and succulents. You want to put them in your photos. They get a lot of engagement. These are really good. Okay, you can have one. You can go have a snack. All right, I just want to remind you, have you guys all subscribed to this channel? And you've hit the bell, right? You gave me a bell because you want to know about these 2 videos that we're going to be dropping soon about shoppable posts. They're really good. Okay, I have a little bit of time for questions, and I had people asking me questions on Instagram in the direct message that I want to answer. Okay, so I think I have time for 3 questions or a little bit more. Yes, and you guys, you are rapid fire over here, so if I can catch one of your questions, I will. You guys like my bell? Isn't this adorable? Christmas tree, for those of you that want one. Okay, so I am going to answer some of your questions. One of you guys asked me, I forgot to write your name down. One of you wonderful people on the internet said, what if I do if I have a service-based business and not a physical product? I have a service-based business, you guys. I understand the struggles, okay? What does your client want to see? So if you're a landscape artist, or you're a dentist, or you're a nail, manicurist, what does and I always like to use the Dry Bar as an example. I just went to the Dry Bar. They know that their clients like to see fresh flowers, fashion, dogs, quotes that are funny. They have a wildly funny sense of humor. I love going in there. They know exactly what their customer wants to see. So you need to show what your clients want to see. And if you don't know, survey your audience and ask them. This is so important. Or you can go check out what your competitors are doing and get some ideas without stealing their ideas, but get inspired by their ideas, right? You want to offer exclusive tips. You want to offer tips that people, like I said, will actually save to a category and refer back to them. So I say exclusive because here's the thing. You don't want to be teaching or saying things that people can randomly find on Google. You want to put your spin to whatever it is you do so that you become the go-to influencer, educator, thought leader in your space. And it's so important to put your spin on it. You also want to make sure that you leverage your location. So if you have a service-based business that is in Boston, for example, you want to make sure that you are geotagging that location. You want to make sure that in your Instagram stories, you're using that location sticker, because when you do, you show up in the location hub, just like you have the chance of showing up in a hashtag hub. So location-based businesses, honestly, you guys, you got it going on because you have more leverage of what you can do. So make sure that you also put your location in your bio if your business is specifically located in a certain area, a certain city where you do business. Maybe it's in a 10-mile radius or so of that area, but people search areas just like I searched LA makeup artist. Right? So make it really clear if you are a location-based business. Also, you want to make sure that you have a business profile. So many business owners, solopreneurs are here on Instagram and you haven't changed over to a business account. If you don't know how to do that, I have a YouTube video telling you all about how to set up for a business account. But when you do change over to a business account, you get to see your insights. You get to put your contact information. an email address and a phone number. Hello, that's how people can contact you to do business with you, right? We're talking about making money here, people. We're here on Instagram to make money because we love Instagram, right? And we might as well make money while we're here. Okay, another question I got. Sue has videos for everything, says Susan. Thanks, Susan. Another question I got was, how often should I be selling? Okay, here's what I want to say about selling. No one likes to be sold to. No one. So if you are selling on Instagram, let's go back to what I said about what's in it for them. Now, with shoppable posts, you're going to be so excited when those videos drop. Yes, you want to ring the bell to get the notifications. Definitely want to ring the bell. It makes it easier to sell on Instagram with the shoppable post. I'm going to give you 2 accounts that do this beautifully. One is a huge retailer, my favorite, Anthropologie. I never feel like I'm being sold to when I look at Anthropologie's account. I'm looking at beautiful photos with great captions, but if I want to buy something, I can just tap on that image, and they've actually put the shopping sticker on multiple items in that post that they're selling. But it doesn't feel salesy. Another account that we recently featured that I absolutely love, that does a really good job at this, is Modern Muffins. Okay, Rachel, the owner at Modern Muffins, has this shoppable tag thing down pat. And when I looked at her feed before I got on this broadcast, 4 out of 8 of her posts had shoppable posts on them. But I didn't feel like I was being sold to. And I do have 1 muffin left in my refrigerator. They're so good, you guys. So if you want a delicious protein muffin, check out Modern Muffin. And she does a really good job at selling. So 4 out of 8 posts for her, she had the shoppable post. And for Anthropologie, honestly, it's almost every single post. So it all depends on what your audience is interested in. And more importantly, that you're not overselling, but you're showing them the things that they want. I believe that it's a disservice to your followers if you don't show them or tell them, give a gentle call to action of what you're selling. It's your job to do that. It is not their job to figure it out. So if you do put a shoppable tag on your post, let people know, tap on the post to purchase. And by the way, you guys, this video that we're releasing, shoppable post in your stories. I know that you're going to be really excited for that one. Okay, so the third question I got asked is, I just started out, I'm really not ready to make a sale yet, but I want to build an audience. How do I build an audience? I like to call an audience also a community, and I want you guys to remember, behind each avatar is a person. Right? And if you talk on Instagram as if you're talking one-to-one to the person that you want to do business with, it's such a better connection. So while you're building your audience, make sure that you're building your audience with the right people. The people that would ultimately want to do business with you. The people that decided to follow you because they like the content that you're sharing, the resources that you're sharing, the tips that you're giving, the products that you're selling. One by one, one follower by one follower. Because if you make a follower happy and they have a great experience with you, they're going to talk about you and tag you in their stories, and they could become a buzz agent and start buzzing about your business. So focus on the one-to-one relationships. I couldn't preach and teach this enough, especially when it comes to Instagram marketing. So you want to hang out in communities like this on my channel that have like-minded business owners and entrepreneurs that are all about lifting each other higher, that's all about collaboration and not competition. Find those communities for your niche markets on Instagram and be a part of the conversation, just like you are right here, right? Because the truth is, the more you actively engage in other people's content and leave real comments, ones that are thought-provoking, people that see the comment thread, like I'm glancing over here and I'm seeing this on fire, they might like what you wrote in the comments and say, wow, Lori, looks amazing. Marie Stefan is awesome. Yvonne is so nice. I like what she wrote. Robin is someone you definitely need to follow. Other people will talk about you. You just have to show up. You have to actively show up and you have to actively engage. Now, for those of you who are like, I don't even know where to go to do that, hit the Explore tab, the one that looks like a magnifying glass, and explore. I teach all of my clients inside of Ready, Set, Gram, my Instagram course, to start by spending the most time in the Explore tab. Look at what Instagram's suggesting based on your engagement for those IGTV videos to watch, for the stories to be watching, for videos, for photos. There's a reason that Instagram is showing you what you would be interested in exploring. And this is different for every single Instagram account. What they're showing me is based on my activity, and what they're going to show you is based on your activity. So go ahead and actively explore so that you can do the market research. Now, another reason that you want to hang out in the Explore tab for you newbies out there that haven't yet embraced Instagram for your business to make money is to do the market research. And if you're just starting out, go ahead, create 9 awesome posts, keep your account on private only for this while you have 9 awesome posts that looks like you're in business and you're ready to actually be in business when you have 9 accounts. I don't know if you guys have ever seen an account with just 1 post. It kind of looks like they're just starting out. I'm not sure if they're a spam bot or not, but it just is better to have 9 good posts to start. Okay? So those were questions that I got that I thought you guys would all get some value from. Now, I want to make sure that you guys let me know, what did you think of this YouTube live broadcast? First time doing it. First time for everything. I busted through my fears and I did it and I'm having fun. This is great. The energy over here is amazing. You guys totally rock. Let me know what you think. Should I do more YouTube lives often? Did you like this? Let me know in the comments below. Remember, the more comments that you have, the more likely you are to win the giveaway, right? And be sure to ring the bell, my emoji bell, so that you will always get notified every time I drop a new video here every single Monday. Okay? So make sure that if you're someone that just is like, I need more of this Sue B energy, hang out on my YouTube channel because I have a great one that we recently did all about hashtags, one about IGTV, and also one about selling during the holidays. Okay? Awesome, you guys. You guys are great. Oh my gosh, the comments are coming in. So I got some cupcakes for you guys because, you know, what's a party, an Insta party without cupcakes? And, you know, if anyone lives in the Boston area and wants to come over and get a cupcake, come on over to Sue B. But hey, what about them Red Sox, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Have a great day.